Yes, I'm going to do a short debate and give a minute to Jeff Cuthbert and Mike German, and the first thing is a film. So.
Sorry? Oh. Have we got the...
My name is Alison Austin. I'm a resident in Merthyr Tydfil, and I live near to the opencast mine called Fossa Fran. We've been fighting this opencast mine for approximately 5 years now. We knew what impacts we were going to get from the mine, and we were horrified that the Welsh Assembly could even contemplate in agreeing planning permission for it. However, the mining operators put forth an argument that they had modern mining techniques and they could be a good neighbour, even though they were working within 37 metres from the nearest resident. They would be a good neighbour to us, and we would hardly notice the impact. Whereas in reality, they are absolutely horrendous. If they were anybody else, they'd have an asbor slapped on them. They're absolutely awful. They make our lives a misery, and quality of life now has gone through the floor. The biggest impact at present time is the noise. The planning permission allows them to work from 7 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, and at 7 o'clock in the morning they're allowed to put out up to 55 dBs. Now 55 dBs is very, very loud, and that will penetrate your house even with the windows closed. So Saturday morning lying is absolute no-no, and you can't have your windows open. The mine just dictates how you live your life. In this very hot weather now, we're noticing huge amounts of dust coming from the site. Miller Argent have told us that they were at that time unable to control the dust, despite reassurances in the High Court that they had the very best of mining equipment to deal with this. The Welsh Assembly has given no control to anybody to monitor the dust other than the mining company themselves. So they're a self-regulating company. They own the dust monitors, they own the noise monitors, they own the information that comes out to them, and they are the gatekeepers of that information. Nobody gets that information, not even the council. The council has to request it. It's not available to the public, so we have nobody looking out for our interests. It's like giving the burglar your keys and telling him not to burgle your house while you're away. The coal tan has been very long in coming. We've been waiting for this coal tan for years. We've fought for it, we've tried to get it implemented before Fossa Fran, but to no avail. The coal tan as it stands now gives no protection to the residents at all. The exceptional circumstances paragraphs ensures that basically any opencast mine has a cop-out not to include a 500-metre buffer zone. There are several exclusions there that they could readily call upon. The one being that it's a land reclamation scheme. Any opencast mine will probably have land reclamation tied in with it. Number two, the community benefits. This is always one that could be added. If all else fails, the community benefits is one that could be applied, and therefore the 500-metre buffer zone would not be given. If Fossa Fran were to come up now for planning permission, it would fail on 4 accounts. With the health impact assessment, we were not given one. We were told that it wasn't needed. Now, if an opencast mine of this size cannot qualify for a health impact assessment, then there's no hope for the rest of us. It seems that this coal tan has given much protection for the coal reserves and the ability to mine it, and no protection for the community whatsoever.
The burning of coal is the largest single source of climate change, responsible for about half the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Despite this, a number of people are calling for an expansion of the coal industry, particularly opencast. We strongly oppose to this because it would fuel climate change, it would blight property values in the area and opportunities for other forms of economic development. It would cause a harmful impact on landscape, noise, pollution and health for the local community. And we believe that the coal TAN has gone a step forward by having the 500-metre buffer zone, but that has loopholes in it. In particular, there's one which would allow the open cast to take place within 500 metres if there's overriding economic interests. This has to be opposed, and we support the proposal being put forward by Bethan Jenkins to have a presumption against open cast, because the controls have to be stricter than what they are now.